Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making a beautiful vegetarian feast and I'm not cooking one but two dishes because they were quite straightforward and simple, so easy, and they will go together really well. So I am going to do a cook the book today, and I have chosen Imad's Syrian Kitchen, a love letter from Damascus to London. It is a book absolutely full of delicious Syrian recipes, and I have chosen something really delicious for you guys. Right, before I start cooking, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. Let's get cooking. The two recipes I have chosen, the first one is green beans and tomato sauce, and it's actually called Celia Bil Zayat. I hope I have pronounced it correctly. Please excuse me if I haven't. So this is what we are making. It sounds super simple and it sounds really good. The second recipe is cauliflower, red onions and red peppers, and it's called Zahara Hara. Another stunning looking cauliflower dish. They both look super simple. The ingredients lists are small, which is always handy. Right, I'm going to start with the cauliflower one first. So going to start with the cauliflower marinade, and I have got here 4 to 5 garlic cloves, and I'm going to peel and smash them in a pestle and mortar. You can grate or finely chop as well. To this I'm going to add a little pinch of salt and then just going to smash it. Next goes in 2 tablespoons of tomato puree into the garlic, and also a tablespoon of harissa paste and a little pinch of black pepper and salt. Also goes in the last thing, 100 ml of olive oil, and that's the marinade ready. Moving on to the actual cauliflower, I've got like a slightly smaller cauliflower than usual. This is what I could find, and I'm just going to cut it into chunks. So I'm going to keep 1/4 of this aside. So I'm just going to take it out in a bowl, and that 1/4 is going to be for the peppers and onions. And in this one, I am just going to chop the cauliflower into small florets and put them straight into the marinade. I'm just going to add in a pinch more salt. I'm going to give it a good mix. So I have got the oven heating up at 180C fan or 200 normal oven, and it's asking to use a kind of slightly shallow baking tray, not with high sides, and it's asking to actually line the baking sheet. I usually never line it when I'm roasting vegetables, but I'm thinking, you know, why not? Why not try what the recipe says? So I'm actually going to line the baking sheet as told. So I'm just going to put that in. Now the cauliflower is going to go into the hot oven for 15 minutes first. Oh, smells so lovely. 15 minutes. While that is in the oven for 15 minutes, it gives me time to prepare 2 Romano peppers and 1 red onion. Now I haven't got red onion at home, and I don't want to use 1, I want to use 2. So I'm going to use normal onions, and I haven't got Romano peppers at home. So I am just going to use 2 normal red peppers. So yeah, I'm just going to chop it all into chunks. I'm basically going to chop it into similar sized chunks as the cauliflower. Just going to pour the leftover marinade in this. Last couple of things to go into this are a teaspoon of sumac goes in, and a teaspoon of dried or fresh thyme leaves. And if you want, which I want, I'm gonna top up the salt a little bit, but that is optional. And then give it a good mix. I was just kidding myself with this spoon. Really, there is only one way to mix properly, and that is by hand. Look how easy, and everything is coated really well. With this spoon, not so much. Right, it's been 15 minutes. You can see it's starting to get some color. I'm just gonna throw in the onions and the peppers. Just gonna make sure things mixed up. I know it's hot, I know. You probably can see the smoke, but it's not that bad. Right. So this now goes in for a total of 25 minutes, but I'll keep a close eye on it in case it needs turning or in case it's done before that. While the cauliflower is roasting for 25 minutes, I'm going to prepare a lovely tahini sauce that is going to go with the roasted cauliflower, which only takes a minute to prepare. While that's still cooking, I'm going to start cooking the beans. So for the tahini sauce, I need 2 garlic cloves. I'm going to peel and then once again smash them with a pinch of salt. To this goes in a juice of actually 1 lemon. Actually really nice and juicy. I'm just going to use half a lemon. And it's asking for 200 grams of tahini. Actually, I don't want so much sauce because I just want to make just enough for today's cauliflower. So I'm going to use 100 grams of tahini instead of 200. Salt, really important. So you can see this has become really thick and it's asking me to add chilled water to this to kind of make it thinner and more kind of sauce-like. And it's saying to add little at a time. So if you make a big batch of tahini sauce, this can last in the fridge in an airtight box for up to 5 days. But I have made just enough for today's cauliflower, and that to me looks like the perfect consistency for a tahini sauce. So I can move on to my next thing. So I have got the cauliflower cooking. I have prepared my tahini sauce. Absolutely gorgeous. I had a little taste. Perfect seasoning. Now I'm going to move on to the beans. So for that I need a pan of boiling water first. So for the beans I have got here 400 grams of fine beans. They are right now in season, so that's great. And I'm just going to chop the tops and tails just teeny tiny bit to tidy this up very quickly. So I have got a pan of boiling water here. I'm going to put a teaspoon or so of salt, just going to make it nice and salted. I'm going to put the beans and cook this for 3 to 4 minutes until they are cooked. While the beans are cooking, I am going to thinly slice 5 garlic cloves. So it has been 4 minutes, the beans have been cooking and I want them quite crunchy, and recipe asks for 3 to 4 minutes as well. So now I'm going to drain these. So I've got the same pan back on the hob and this needs 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Next goes in a teaspoon of cumin seeds. Once they're still sizzling, I'm going to add the garlic. Just going to give it a minute. If you want to add red chilies, I don't want to, I've skipped it. This is the time you add a red chili finely chopped. Now after a minute, I'm going to add a tablespoon of tomato puree. And the recipe asks for a tablespoon of red pepper sauce, which I haven't got. So I'm just adding a tablespoon of harissa paste. And I'm going to give it a minute. Next goes in a teaspoon of ground cumin and a teaspoon of ground black pepper, good pinch of salt, and a tin of chopped tomatoes. Now that the tin tomatoes have been added, I'm going to reduce the heat to low and then cook this, just simmer it for 10 to 15 minutes, and we want to kind of thicken the tomato sauce nicely. And actually, you won't believe, but it's almost time to get that cauliflower out. So I'm just going to give this a quick wipe down and get that out. And by the time I finish with cauliflower, this is going to be ready too. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. And I'm making a special something to serve with both these dishes. So these are like more like a side dishes, and I'm going to make a main. So stay tuned till the end of the video and I'll show you how I'm going to serve the whole meal. So this recipe is asking the cauliflower needs to be finished with the tahini sauce that we prepared and also some coriander oil, which I have run out of time to make, but it's some olive oil with cumin and coriander, which is cooked and then let it kind of sit with all the flavors in. So I'm just going to top it with some cumin powder and some freshly chopped coriander. And the lovely tahini sauce. So this has been cooking for around 10 to 12 minutes, and now I'm going to add in the blanched beans and just give it 2 more minutes, just last 2 minutes here. Absolutely gorgeous. Now you can serve it as it is, or you could drizzle a little bit of tahini sauce on this as well. That's what the book says. So I am going to do it because I've got a little bit of tahini sauce left, and look at that. Right, that's all done and it smells really good. I'm getting so hungry. That is the roasted cauliflower dish. That's sensational. Wow. If you're a cauliflower fan, you will love this. That tahini sauce definitely helps. Adds more like a slightly smooth texture to it. The flavors are incredible. And here are the beans. So I'm making some majadra to go with this, so it will make a really delicious meal altogether. If you want the recipe for majadra, it is already on my channel. It's a bulgur wheat lentil dish, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, the flavor hits you straight away. The garlicky tomato and the beans are perfectly done. Still crunchy, beautiful. So good. I really hope you're going to try these 2 vegetarian side dishes. They are so healthy, they are vegan and gluten-free. So it's all in one. But don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you back very soon with another new recipe. Details of the book in the description. Bye for now.